Okay, now I finally know what I'm actually gonna make the video about. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WYDMani. And that was so embarrassing. And today I will be baking and bitching. I'm looking so my camera's here. Oh, sorry. My camera's here. I'm looking here, but my laptop where I can actually see myself is there. So I'm gonna be looking at the laptop. So I feel like I always say this like as a disclaimer, but like, oh my gosh, this outfit is so cute. My girlfriend picked out this outfit for me, and she was like, "You actually look so cute," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, thanks." But like now I'm looking at myself, I actually do look so cute. Anyways, today I'm going to be baking Betty Crocker fudge brownies, and I'm going to be bitching about my ex. I feel like all my baking videos, well, I've only ever had one other baking video, but my last baking video was about my ex. This one is also about my ex because he's crazy, and that's like the most like exciting part of my life so far, my 20 years of living. I just like, yeah, like he was like the craziest part. Also, my sister, ow, Jesus. Okay. My sister ordered these mics off of my TikTok shop before they banned me. Well, they didn't ban me, but they kicked me out. They always kick me out of TikTok shop. So I'm using this mic. Okay. Brownies. I forgot what we were doing. Okay, wait. First, before I do the brownies, let me start off. This story time is going to be about the time that I was a freshman in college in a polyamorous long distance relationship. Do those words go together in a sentence? No, the world may never know. I feel like no, they don't go together, and it's actually the most embarrassing thing I've ever gone through in my life. But it's okay, you know. You live. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. You live and you learn. You know. We're back. Okay, let's start the brownie, and then we can intermittently talk. Heat oven. Is there? Okay. There's a crap ton of things in my oven. So I'm going to bake at 350 preheat. Hopefully it's preheating. Yeah, it's preheating. So basically, if you know me in real, okay, let me like, wait, hold on. I need to actually be in the middle of my camera. Okay, now in the middle. If you have like watched my last baking video, or if you know me in real life, subscribe. But if you've watched my last baking video, you know I was talking about my ex. This is, or my, I don't know what he was. I'm not rewatching that video to find out. This is the same person that I'm talking about, though. Like, long story short, we like met on Twitter when we were like 14, and then we just have been fucking with each other for like up until like, yeah, freshman year of college, pretty much. I'm a sophomore in college. BT dubs. How did this start actually? So basically, I had just moved to college, and I don't know why, but we ended up talking again. We'll just start it that way. Wait, I'm gonna wash all my utensils and then I'll be back. I'm back. I can't find any of my measuring utensils, so I'm just gonna use a shot glass. It's actually so cute. I got these at a place called Francesca's in Maine. Was this from Francesca's? I believe it was. No, it was around like a little bit before Valentine's Day, because I remember I was talking to this girl, right? And she was gonna come and drive and see me for Valentine's Day. And I was like, I ended up like, yeah, I was like, yeah, you come. And then I ended up being like, girl, you need to stay where you're at because I'm scared. So, and then like my ex reached out to me, or I reached out to him. Someone reached out to someone, and we started conversing again. Right? I'm just gonna grease this pan. So basically, we were talking. He has like some thing, like a history of cheating on people. So we were talking, and I was like, "Are you talking to anyone? Like, are you talking? Like, are you dating somebody? Are you talking to somebody? Because I don't want to be doing this if you're like you're not about to be cheating with me, right?" So, right, and then, yeah, and he was like, "No, I'm not talking to anybody." Blah blah blah. Ooh, blase blase. Yeah, he was. He basically said he wasn't talking to anybody, and I believed him, right? But I also had a second TikTok account where yeah, girl, okay, yeah, this is a little crazy. Now, looking back, it was a little insane, but I had a second TikTok account where I would look at his ex's TikTok to see if she was posting about him to see if they were together. Because if you're not gonna tell me the truth, I'm gonna find it out. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find a way. So it basically, ooh, my oven is preheated. Basically, it looked like he was still talking to her on her TikTok. So, and I saw a TikTok, like a different TikTok, that was like 5 questions to ask your partner, like 5 important questions to ask your partner. And one of the questions was, does anyone think that you are interested in them? Does anyone think that you guys are dating? Right? And so I asked him. This is actually about to get a little. This is actually about to get a little crazy and insane. So I asked him, and I was like, yeah, does she think that you still like her? Like, does she think that you're still interested in her? And he was like, to be honest, what did he say? He was like, to be honest, we have. I told her that like I'm talking to you and blah blah blah, but we have still been talking, and she still calls me pet names and stuff. And I was like, yeah, cut that, cut that. You need to speak to her, and that's yeah, we're not doing that. That needs to stop happening expeditiously. And okay, brownie mix. I'm gonna put this here so I can just read it. Okay. Brownie mix. 1/3 cup of. Wait, I don't even know what 1/3 cup is. I can't find my baking utensils, and it's ruining my life. I no longer need to use the shot glass. I found my measuring cups. Okay, so yeah, I told him, like, I'm going to class. You need to go and talk to this girl and tell her that y'all not messing with each other no more. And essentially, 1/3 cup. I don't have 1/3 cup. Okay. For some reason, I don't have 1/3 cup. So I have 2/3 cup. I'm gonna do a half of 2/3 cup. Anyways, yeah. So I went to class, and when I came back, he like okay. So the way my classes were set up, it was like I went to class, and then I had like an hour and a half in between my first class and my last class. So I would like take a nap because I'd be tired, right? So I come back from class, and I'm about to take my nap, and I get a text, and it's like, can I talk to you about something? And I said, huh? Talk to me about what? What are you gonna talk to me about? Because I know we're not doing this. Just tell me now. So I'm like, do you want to just call me? Like, do you want to have this conversation like over the phone? And so he called. No, he calls me, and oh, no, I think I asked him. I was like, did you talk to the girl? Name is Gray. I'm using names. I don't care. The girl's name is Gray. I was like, did you talk to Gray? And he was like, yeah, but like I have to talk to you. And I was like, I was in my a lot. A lot is going on outside. Anyways, I was in my insecure era, no longer in my insecure era. I'm the baddest bitch. But I was like, if you're gonna be with her and you don't want to be with me anymore, just tell me, like, just tell me now. Like, I don't care, just tell me, blah, 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 right? Okay, I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. I told him, just tell me, and like, we don't have to be together, just like, do whatever, like, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Blase, 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 blase. Correct? And he was like, then I was like, do you want to call me? And then I called him. No, he called me, and it wasn't a regular FaceTime or phone call. It was a group FaceTime. I said, why the are you group FaceTiming me right now? Like, no, what in the world? So I answer the FaceTime, and it's him and the girl. It's literally him and the girl. And I promise I could do that one-handed in real life. Anyways, it's him and the girl, and I'm just like, what is actually going on? And so the girl, the girl proceeds to tell me, like, me and Jay were talking, and like, you mean so much to him, and we both mean so much to him, and we just feel like it would make sense if, because no matter what, someone is gonna get hurt, like, no matter what, blah, blah, blah. And we just feel like it would make sense if we just were all together, and like, me and you don't have to be together, but we could both be with him so that no one has to get hurt. And I just was looking at them crazy. I was like, what? Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So basically they were just like basically manipulating me the whole phone call. They were just like, and like, he loves you a lot, and I don't want to say, like, I don't like, no, it was, no, actually, she said she hated me, and I was like, okay, girl. But basically, yeah, they asked me to be in a throuple with them, and I was just like, I need to talk to the council. So I called my other friend, and I called my other friend, and I was like, girl, what the fuck? Like, this man just called me talking about he want to be in the throuple. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? First of all, look at this. This looks delectable. Smells delicious. It smells like hot chocolate, actually. But yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do, like, what? And so basically on the phone, my friend was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't want to be in no damn throuple. Like, what the hell? And she was like, okay, then tell them that. And I was like, I cannot tell them that because they're ganging up on me, and they're like, they basically were like, if I say no, he'd be so sad, and blah 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 blah, and we would just be hurt, and yada 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 yada, right? And oh, not even to mention, when I was in like high school, I had gone through this already with the same nigga. Like, literally, literally, when I was in high school, he tried to do this again. He was with this other girl named Cora, and he wanted me and Cora to be in a throuple, and we were in that for like 3 days. And then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And he was like, I'm gonna break up with her. And she tried to kill herself. So I was just like, I don't want to do this again. Like, I'm traumatized. I actually don't want to do this again at all in any capacity, right? And so I was telling my friend that, and then my friend was like, okay, add me to the call. I'll advocate for you. Blah, 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 blase, 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 blase. Right? So I add my friend to the. Hello? I guess it was preheating for too long. It actually has been 30 minutes. So I add my friend to the call, And I'm like, okay, girl, you do what you gotta do. Like, do what you gotta do. And so we're in the call, right? And then after a while, my ex hangs up the call. So it's me, my friend, and his bitch. And I'm like, this can't be right. Like, why would he do that? So basically, basically, my friend turns her back on me. If you're watching this, we're in the call, and she's like, it could work. Like, if you really wanted it to, it could work. You just have to try really hard. And I said, girl, I don't want to try. Like, why are you telling me it could work? But then I'm like, I have to think about it. I go to class, I come back, and I'm like, I call my ex, and I'm like, I thought about it. No, I don't call him. I text him. Why is it? What the hell? Anyways, I go to class. I come back. Hold on. I need a spoon. And I text my ex. And I'm like, so yeah, I thought about it. I don't want to be in a throuple with you and your girlfriend. And here's my reasons. I feel like well, obviously I had really good reasons, but my reasons were they both live in Virginia. They live like 15, 20 minutes away from each other. I live in New York. So I was like, I don't want to be in a throuple and then you guys like see each other all the time and then I'm just here. Like I don't want to do that. Like I'm going to get jealous. Like it's like no, it's not like no. It's not even gonna be a conversation. So let me take off my chain. Like no, like no, right? And he was like, keep in mind because this is gonna eat. He was like, um, I won't see her in person until I get to see you in person, and blah 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 blah. Like, come see me, yada yada, whatever, whatever, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Right? Um. So I'm like, no, like I don't want to do it. So the moment I'm like, he keeps trying to convince me, and I'm just like, stop trying to convince me. Like, I don't want to do it. Please stop. The moment I say that, he starts basically, okay, this man is a narcissist. I feel like if you're watching this, if you know me, you know he's crazy and he's a narcissist. So he like starts being mean to me. Like, when I say being mean to me, like I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Hope you have no, no. Actually, it started because I said no, and he was like, okay, fine. I was like, I'm sorry, and he was like, it's fine. I'm just gonna enjoy my life with Gray without you, even though I wanted you in it. I was like, I noticed it did not just. He trying me. He trying me. So I'm like, wow, that hurt my feelings. Why you can't just be civil? Like, I was on some we could be friends type shit, but it was like, and he was like, oh, I don't want to be civil, like whatever. And I was like, oh, okay then. And then I told my friend, and she was like, that's very unhealthy. And I was like, yeah, girl, I know. And then long story short, I ended up being like, okay, you know what? Fine, we can just do it. And then, like, after I said, okay, fine, whatever, he calls me and he tries to have sex with me. And I'm like, you just put me through the most emotionally taxing, like, an hour and a half of my life, and now you're calling me so that, like, something's not right in your head. Something's not right in your head. So I hang up, I go to class, right? I come back. Fast forward, it's fine. It like was going perfectly fine until around Valentine's Day. So that was like beginning of September, right? Or no, not September. Beginning of February, ending of January, a little bit after my birthday. Now it's Valentine's Day, right? A couple, like a week maybe, a week before Valentine's Day. What is wrong with my oven? putting this in. Okay. So a week before Valentine's Day, I'm like, so I wanna like we should do something. Like we should have like we should do something. I was thinking we could do like a little long distance play Minecraft together or like something. I can't remember. I had something planned. I did have something planned and I told him and I was like, I have class and then I have work, but I have 5 hours between class and work where like we can do something for Valentine's Day, right? So that morning, I get up, I send this nigga a teddy bear on DoorDash. Like I DoorDash something from a local grocery store to his house. Teddy bear, flowers, chocolates, candy, something like that. Why is my fucking something's wrong with my oven? Something's wrong with my oven. Hold on. Okay, it should be working now. Okay, basically, yeah. So fast forward Valentine's Day. I go to class, right? And then I go to class. I come back from class, and I'm like, hey, like, what are you doing? What's up, okay? And he's like, I'm just getting ready to go. I said, go where? Where are you going? Like, we're literally we have plans. Okay, my oven's actually not working right now. Okay, hopefully that works. Anyways, let me hurry up with this damn story time. Basically, yeah, I said that. And he was like, I'm going to this job convention thing with Bender. Now, I'll give you a bit of a backstory. My ex is an alcoholic. At the ripe age of 19 or 18, whatever, what can you do? Don't be with him. Anyways, he went to jail and then rehab, right? And in rehab, as a freshly 18-year-old trans man, he met another alcoholic named Robert Bender. He's gonna be like, how did you know his name? I do my research. Anyways, well, actually, he's probably never gonna see this video. But yeah, he met a man named Robert Bender in rehab, right? Bender was 43. Prior to like, yeah, prior to some stuff happening, basically, I was on the phone with my ex. Yeah, prior to Valentine's Day, I was on the phone with my ex and my friend that like we had that whole conversation with. And we were just talking. And then he was like, hold on, guys. I have to call you back. Like, give me a second. I'll call you back. I was like, what's going on? I texted him. I was like, are you okay? He texted me and he said, Bender's calling or Bender's crying. And I'm trying to help him feel better. And I'm like, why? Why does this 43-year-old man need you, this 18-year-old boy, to help him feel better? Like, does he not have any age appropriate friends? Does he not have a therapist? Does he not have a sponsor? What? What's going on? I'm confused. He was like, this feels predatory. He didn't say the word predatory, but I'm like, a lot of stuff happened that what he did say is that's what that meant. Okay, where did I leave off? I cleaned, I washed, I fixed my oven. Yeah, so yeah, Bender called him crying. He said something that basically was saying like this feels predatory. And I said the same thing, right? Fast forward to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day comes and it's time for us to do whatever I had planned. I had something planned. And it's time for us to do that. And he's like, I'm going to this job thing at the mall with Bender. And I was like, oh, okay, even though we had something planned, you're ditching me. Okay. And then, oh, there's something in my eye. Oh. And then right? Then he lets it slip that not only are they going to this job thing, Bender's taking him out for lunch as well. Not only are they going to the job thing and going out for lunch, he bought him flowers, a teddy bear, and chocolates, and a card, I'm pretty sure. Damn near the same shit I bought him. And I was his girlfriend. So I was like, this seems a little bit predatory, a little bit crazy, a little bit pedophilic. Like something about this is giving, I don't know, it's just giving something, right? And he got mad at me and ignored me the whole day until after I got off work. When I got off work, I was like, I cannot believe you're ignoring me. And I didn't even do anything. I was like, oh, Jesus. I was like, I can't believe you're ignoring me. You're mad at me. And you're the one who ditched me on Valentine's Day. Hold on. It gets better. So now we're having this argument. He's like, I'm mad because you called my friend a predator. Da da da, blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, be mad. I didn't say that. I was actually very upset. I was just like, what? He's doing predatory things. But it was an astute observation, essentially, right?
I saw gay, so I said gay. That ain't bullying. That's an astute observation.
And he was mad at me, and I was like, I cannot believe you're mad at me. Like that's so weird. That's so odd. You're oddball, right? And like he was like, yeah, we were just arguing, and then mid argument, I'm like scrolling through Instagram. I can't remember. He was like saying like, if you're gonna say things like that about my friends, then we can just break up. Like I don't ever let my friends say bad things about you. I was like, what the hell? Like what? Like what did I actually do wrong? Let me know in the comments if I actually did something wrong, because I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, right? But yeah, he said that, and then I was just like, whatever. We're arguing. He's like basically going off on me. I'm just like, but you don't understand. Like that. Obviously, he understood. He just didn't care. I look at my Instagram. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I refresh. I see a post. It's from him. It's a picture of him. Ooh, my garbage can keeps opening and closing on its own, and I don't know why. It's a picture of him and the bitch together that day on Valentine's Day. After, remember when I said keep in mind, he said he wasn't gonna see her in person until after he saw me in person. I was like, wow. Wow. So he's telling me we could break up, like let's just break up, da 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 da. And I'm like crying, basically, doing lots of stuff, and he's posting about this other bitch and saw her in person. Then I said that, and he was like, "Oh, so I can't post about my other girlfriend." I said, "I never said that. That's actually not what I was referring to at all." Basically, the argument just devolved. It just kept going. I was just like, "Yeah, no." It was just a lot. It was crazy. Basically, red flag number one, and then I didn't do anything. Red flag number one, and I didn't do anything about it. I stayed in this weirdo ass relationship. Couple days passed. Yeah, I think I ended it in mm, maybe March. Yeah, no, I think it was in March because I hadn't spoken to him for a really long time. Fast forward to February. Yeah, a couple days after Valentine's Day, and what was going on? A couple days after Valentine's Day, he's like, "We should get married." I said, "Okay, my brain's not fully developed. Let's get married." And he was like, "Yeah, like for spring break." My spring break is in March. For spring break, come see me, and we can get married. We can get engaged. Like, let's get engaged, right? So like we're looking. Something was going on. Something was wrong in my brain. But yeah, I I I'm gonna show you guys actually the dress that I bought. BRB. I bought a dress off Shein. I bought a dress. I bought some nails off Shein to get engaged in. It's actually very fucking adorable, and I will be wearing this somewhere. I just don't know where yet. But I bought a dress. I bought a dress. I bought jewelry. It was nails. It was just a lot. I bought a lot of stuff. He was like, I bought the marry me sign and the flowers and the lights, and I sent them to his house. So I'm never gonna get those back because I'm never speaking to that man again. But yeah, right. So I buy all that stuff. He buys a ring off Instagram, or not off Instagram, off Amazon. He asks me what ring I want. I tell him. He buys it. Right. I max out my credit card. I maxed out my well, I didn't max it out actually. I spent $500 on my credit card, and I got Amtrak tickets there, an Airbnb for summer break. I saved up. I just spent a lot of money. I spent basically $500 on my credit card, essentially, right? For like travel stuff like that, right? And my spring break started on Friday, and then I was gonna go home Friday, and then Saturday I was gonna go to Virginia to see him. Right? I was gonna go on the Amtrak to DC. He was gonna pick me up from DC, and then we would go to the Airbnb, and then I would see him. Right? Thursday comes. I haven't heard from him. I'm texting him. I'm texting him. No answer. I'm texting him. Texting. Suddenly, my text stopped going through. I'm like, oh, what happened? What? Then I look on his Instagram. I'm not blocked on Instagram, but my texts aren't going through. I'm not blocked on Snapchat, but my texts aren't going through. I'm like, this is weird. Why does this thing keep opening? Sorry. I'm like, this is weird. So then I do my little detective work, and so when we weren't together, before we had gotten back together during my freshman year, I was telling my friend, I feel like he's either in rehab or in jail. And then when we started talking again, he told me he was in rehab and in jail. So I was like, let me just go check if this nigga's in jail again. I look up first name, last name, mugshot. What do I see? This nigga's in jail. He got arrested. So I was supposed to go home on Friday and see him on Saturday. That Friday is when I found out he got arrested on Thursday. He got arrested on Thursday. I found out Friday. And that was like the last day before I could get my refund. So literally I was searching. I was searching, and I found it, and I was like, let me cancel everything. Cancel my Amtrak, cancel my Airbnb. I couldn't return the stuff from Amazon, and I really liked the dress, so I didn't return the dress. And the dress wasn't that cheap. It was like $15. And yeah, I canceled everything, and then I just came home to my house for spring break. And I was like, wow. Wow. So then I went to go see my best friend in the Bronx. And I was telling her what happened, and he texted me on Saturday. And I actually, no, I deleted all of our messages. I was going to say I still have them, but I deleted all of our messages. But the message, the 3 text thread that he sent me Saturday at 2 p.m. was insane. I said, are you okay? And then I said, I know why you're not answering. And he was like, I'm good, but nice detective skills, and then something else. And I just didn't respond. He got mad at me for not responding. Mind you, I spent $500, and he knew this. I spent $500, or I almost spent $500, like on transportation and like accommodations to see him. And he goes and gets arrested. For, mind you, for the most preventable shit ever, he went to go buy fucking alcohol and he got caught. All you had to do was not go do that. You literally you could have waited. You could have literally actually waited. Anyways, I texted him, and no, he kept texting me. He was like, oh, so you're gonna give me the silent treatment, and I just didn't say anything. And he was like, wow, this is crazy, like, come on. And he just like was getting mad at me. And I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So he's getting mad at me, and I finally text him. I'm like, I can't deal with this. I'll talk to you in the morning. He's like, okay. So the next morning comes, and I'm back in my bed. I'm back in my house. I wake up, and I'm like, I have an epiphany. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Armani? You need to leave this nigga alone. So I text him, and I'm like, you can return the ring. This bitch gonna say, wow, so that's it? Thank you. Thank you, nigga. Thank me. Thank me, nigga. You ruined my life for 5 years. You made me so mentally ill and just so, like, life just sucked so bad. every time I thought about this nigga, I had a fucking stroke. Like he just made my life so hard. I was stressed out all the damn time. It was just hard. Like he just was not like that. It was just not healthy. And he's gonna talk about thank you, bitch. Go fuck yourself. Oh, thank you. Perfect timing. My brownies are done. Oh, they're actually not done. Bake once more. Timer. Oh shit. Bake. Timer. Oh shit. Bake. Timer. There we go. I'm gonna put in for another 5. Start. Yeah. So he said that, and then like I just didn't talk to him for like 2 months. Then I went to summer camp, and I made the best friends and met the love of my life at summer camp. And I was telling my friends, and he was like, there were no men at the summer camp that I worked at. It was an all girls camp, but they were like, you need to block that man because like he wasn't blocked, and yeah, so I ended up blocking him, right? And then like halfway through camp, something like halfway through camp, I just randomly texted him, and he was mad at me, and he was like, "You just disappeared without a trace. You didn't tell me. You just disappeared. I haven't heard from you in 3 months, and you just blocked me. I couldn't even reach out to you." And I was just like, "Oh, okay. You'll live. Like you'll be okay." He used to do that to me all the time. You'll be fine. Um, he was just being mean to me. He was like, I hate you. My life is better off without you. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, stand on that. Like stand on that. You hate me. Stand on that, right? So yeah, then we didn't talk for like not even a week, 3 days. 3 days later, this thing was like, hey, I miss you. And I was like, oh, what happened to you hate me and your life is better off without me? Guess that didn't work out. So yeah, then he says that. Then we start talking, but not like talking. We're just talking as friends because at that point I was like, I don't even like boys. So what am I doing talking to this man? So yeah, we're talking. I had like a crush on someone at summer camp, and I was telling him about it, and then he just like ghosted me, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Like okay, like I actually can't be bothered to care. But anyways, yeah, I was like, I can't be fucked. So yeah, then he just randomly ghosted me. Then right, if you worked at Somerset and you're watching this, it was the day of Funtown. I get a big ass, long ass text from this man while I'm on the bus to Funtown. Happiest day of my life. And he decides to text me. I'm actually going to read you the text. Okay. I have my laptop because I don't have them. I'm using my phone to record and I don't have the messages. The message, okay, first of all, he started off, here's the screenshots. He started off with this photo. I, I, I don't know what that means. My dearest Armani, I'm writing this, but first of all, this is giving ChatGPT. Like, he didn't even actually write anything. He ChatGPT'd it. I'm writing this, but I don't know if you'll even see it. Maybe I'm just writing it because the weight of missing you has nowhere else to go. But I miss you more than more than I should probably. I miss your laugh. I miss the feeling when your eyes met mine. Mind you, we never met in person, so I don't know what he's talking about. Well, our eyes have never met, so I don't know where that came from. I miss how you express your beliefs and thoughts without fear and lack of ability to back down on anything. You've always been bold, always been so you. He doesn't use commas in that way. So he didn't write this. I think part of me fell in love with your soul before I even truly understood what it felt to love someone, before I really understood what it meant. I think about us more than I admit to anyone. There's multiple EM dashes in this. He does not use those in daily life. This man is actually, he ChatGPT this. Like I can't get over the fact that he did all of this and it was ChatGPT. Like he was trying to like provoke emotions out of me using AI. I don't know. Anyways, I think of all the versions of us we've been, kids unsure of a lot but sure of each other, teenagers making and unmaking something that felt bigger than us, and now whatever this is, nothing. There was nothing. We were nothing. I know I was part of why we fell apart. I have so many regrets, and I'll have to sit with that. I wanted you to know I didn't leave because I didn't want you. I left because I do. Oh, I lost my. Oh, because pretending I didn't was starting to break me. I couldn't lie to myself or smile and nod through it. Mind you, he's talking about because I was talking about a girl that I had a crush on. God forbid, like you'll live, you'll be fine. Um, as if my soul didn't still gravitate towards yours. I firmly believe this man doesn't have a soul, so there's that. But maybe now I can't be what you want. Maybe I'll never be again. I've been trying to accept that, really. But as of now, I still love you. I still miss you. I'm not sure it'll ever stop. I'm sorry. Maybe in another lifetime. I love you. I'll be seeing you. But I'll be seeing you? That's so weird. I don't know why, like, why did he have to be weird about it? Like, ugh. That just gave me the heebie-jeebies. So I blocked him. I blocked him and I haven't spoken to him since. Cause eat my dick. Um, yeah, but my brownies are almost done, and that man is crazy. And this is my PSA to all the fine, sexy girls out there who look like me, love like me. Do not be with that white man. Do not be with that white man from Virginia. Do not be. No. There's a lot of stuff happened, but I'm actually saving that for another story time. The next time I bake, we will talk about what happened, what else happened. I'm gonna just do story times because that was actually the most insane era of my life. I'm out of that era though, and I don't like boys, so I don't think I'm ever gonna be in that era again. Even though these bitches fuck you up the same way, even worse. But you know, let's check on the brownies. Let's see how they're doing. Even though this is like my fourth time checking on them, but they don't look like they have like done anything. They look raw. They look raw. Yeah, they're raw. What the hell? I'm putting it up. 365 timer. Wait. The oven wasn't preheated. Okay. I'll be back when the brownies are done. Okay. I'm back. My brownies are officially finished. I'm pretty sure. Let me take them out. Yeah. There we go. I actually don't know how to use this thing. Okay, I think these look good as fuck right now. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, yeah, the fork came out clean. Yes! I'm about to actually take these with me to school and have them as my little snacky snack. The other thing that I was supposed to do today after filming this video seems to be canceled. So, I'm like not looking at the. Ooh. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in every week on Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. and you know, hanging out with me. I will be back next week with another video. And make sure you leave a like, comment, and make sure to subscribe. Peace.